there's no questioning. Over the last year, NXT has grown into a major force.
NXT creates this incredible energy, this atmosphere where people just can't help but get swept up in it.
That momentum continues tonight. Welcome to NXT Takeover Unstoppable.
I will be unstoppable.
End of days.
I try to break these chains. Only I will remain. We will be
Wait a minute, Alexa Bliss. #1 contendership for the NXT Championship is at stake in this matchup.
Tyler Breeze has been very vocal the last few weeks about Finn Bálor, saying that he's just the flavor of the month. You can look at the outfit, the paparazzi, the runway show, but Tyler Breeze is as good as they come inside that ring.
This is sound strategy by Breeze. Ground the demon, wear him down, don't let him in the air because that's where he excels.
Finn Bálor!
Are you kidding me?
Coup de grace! Your new #1 contender.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Becky Lynch. There may not be a second chance. She's got to put everything into this match. Becky's getting a harsh reality and what it is to compete against the elite. And the elite right now is Sasha Banks. Becky's got to think she's just seconds away from finally achieving her dream.
Sasha Banks, big statement. This match is going to go down as one of the finest women's matches we have ever seen. The NXT Championship, that's what it's all about.
Sami lost his best friend, he lost his championship, but he hasn't lost his pride.
Think about the rage that has been building in Sami Zayn.
Kevin Owens was not expecting this. He was expecting to come in here and dominate like he did their first match. But Sami Zayn is turning the tables tonight.
Hey, here comes Zayn. Oh, man. Zayn ran right into the pop-up powerbomb.
Sami Zayn is in a world of trouble right now.
Oh, my God. It's Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe has arrived. Put the world on notice. Kevin Owens, I'm coming for what you have.
Just a week removed from Takeover Unstoppable. What a night it was. Welcome here to Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. This is NXT. The guy Sami Zayn is here. Oh, come on. Well, there is the NXT Champion Kevin Owens, and if you missed it 1 week ago, Owens absolutely decimated Sami Zayn at Takeover Unstoppable. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. He promised that he would tear Sami Zayn apart. He did just that, and we are told that Sami Zayn underwent successful surgery yesterday, so certainly our thoughts right now are with Sami Zayn. Hope he recovers quickly. Well, Byron, before we hear from Kevin Owens, let's take you back to what happened this past Monday night on Raw. After successfully defending his United States Championship against Zack Ryder, John Cena was yet again attacked.
And I watch this one more time, second week in a row, pop-up powerbomb, and an impactful physical statement made by Kevin Owens to the United States Champion, John Cena.
You see Kevin Owens right there. I mean, how despicable is that? Stepping on the United States Championship, no honor at all. It all comes down to this Sunday. It will be champion versus champion. The United States Champion John Cena against the NXT Champion Kevin Owens, live on the WWE Network this Sunday at Elimination Chamber.
Now, I was going to come out here and issue an NXT title open challenge, but the fact is, I am not an insecure person, and I don't feel like I have to defend my title against just anybody just to prove myself. See, I like when people earn their matches against me. Now, I hear the little clapping, which is very cute. You know what's really odd about you guys chanting that is, I've never heard you guys chant Sami Zayn sucks, and he does too. Regardless, you guys are clapping and chanting. Yet, recently somebody out there called me a bad person, and that is not true. The fact is, I am a good man. For example, I'm a good man because that was the last time we'll ever have to hear that horrendous theme song because of what I did at TakeOver. Speaking of what I did at TakeOver, I really don't understand why people are surprised about what happened, because I did exactly what I said I would do. I don't understand why people are upset about what I did to Sami Zayn, because first of all, Sami Zayn asked for the match. And when he did, I said that if he showed up, I would take him out. Well, he showed up, and I took him out. And the only reason I did was so that I could keep the NXT title and keep providing for my family. And that is the essence of what a good man is. You want another example of why I'm a good person? I'll give you one. When Samoa Joe walked out on that ramp and this place exploded, I chose to let you live in that moment. I've heard people say that I back down because I'm scared of Samoa Joe. Well, that statement is as ridiculous as the colors of John Cena's merchandise. The reason I backed down from Samoa Joe is because I wanted to give all of you a positive note to go home to after what I did to Sami Zayn, because the fact is, I could have dropped Samoa Joe like that. And if Samoa Joe ever steps in the same ring as me again, I will drop him like that. And speaking of dropping people, at Elimination Chamber, John Cena, I will show you that the real champ is here.
There's the general manager of NXT, Mr. William Regal.
Kevin, do you know you're walking a very, very thin line here?
Oh, I'm walking a thin line? Okay, before you say anything about me headbutting you, you put your hands on me first.
And that's the only reason that you still work here. In the last 6 months that you've been here, there's been several NXT superstars stretched out of here. Alex Riley, Adrian Neville, Hideo Itami.
Hey, whoa. I can't deny the others, but I swear I had nothing to do with Itami. Nothing.
Of course you did, dear boy. And Sami Zayn.
Wait, actually, sorry to interrupt again, but like I just said, Sami Zayn asked for that match, and I told him exactly what was going to happen. So that's on him, and quite frankly, on you too, because you made the match. So don't put that on me. I did what I had to do.
This is Monetitis.
Wait a minute, here's Solomon Crowe.
Yo, I'm sorry. I can't listen to this garbage any longer. I seem to have heard something real interesting while I was sitting in the back. You won't fight anyone unless they earn it.
That's right.
Well, I think that's because deep down inside, you're scared. You're scared that on any given moment, someone in the back here in NXT could beat you for that NXT Championship. And that part about you being a good guy, after seeing what you did to Sami Zayn last week, I think you're a piece of crap.
Is that right? Is that how you feel?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let me show you how good of a guy I am. Crow, it looks like you just earned yourself an opportunity. What do you say, Regal?
Making my job easy for me. Tonight in the main event, it will be Solomon Crowe against Kevin Owens.
Good. How many people is that I got stretchered out? There was, okay, let's see. Neville, Riley, Zayn. Now you can add him to the list too.
Wow. Last time he said something like that, Kevin Owens delivered on his promise. Why would Crowe be any different?
I give Crowe all the guts in the world, but that's a good point, Corey. He's got a tough challenge on his hands.
Solomon Crowe may rue the day that he met Kevin Owens.
Also, our main event is made at the behest of Mr. William Regal. Kevin Owens, the NXT champion, against Solomon Crowe. And guys, smart move by Crowe or what?
It's a bold move by Crowe. I mean, everyone wants to be NXT champion. You can't blame him. But Kevin Owens has made a living out of hurting people. He's done it. He's promised to do it to Solomon Crowe tonight.
Well, happy to have you along here, Rich Brennan, alongside Corey Graves from the WWE Network, and of course, Byron Saxton from SmackDown. Guys, at TakeOver Unstoppable, we were expecting to see a triple threat match, determine the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. As we heard just moments ago, things certainly changed. We want to show you right now what happened.
Oh, Enzo, Carmelo, what's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Hey, you guys ready for tonight? Cass in there?
Cass
There he
Paparazzi's
is.
looking for you. Hard got a miss. Yeah, we're ready for the night. I'll tell you what, 1 + 1 = 3.14. The dubstep cadet's got a problem. Better save room for some pod. Help! I need some help! What happened? What's going on?
Oh, my God. What is on the table?
Hey,
Hey,
take a step back.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
You all right? Talk to us, man.
That's a shame.
Hey, buddy, you gotta shut that off, all right? Shut it off.
I'm sorry, guys.
You okay? You all right? Come on, man.
Hello, NXT Universe. This is Hideo Itami. As you know, somebody attacked me in parking lot. I don't know who, but they took my opportunity at the NXT title. I had injured my shoulder. I had surgery. When I come back, there will be no stopping me.
We'll keep you posted on Hideo and Tommy's status, but still to come tonight. Coming off of their Tag Team Divas match at TakeOver, there is still unfinished business between Emma and Bayley. Can they settle the score tonight? We'll find out.
Of steel, 2 miles of chain. Bones will be broken, careers will be shortened, but only one will leave as the new Intercontinental Champion.
'We're backstage here at NXT Takeover. Unstoppable Zack Ryder showed up. We got to see you out there in the crowd during the show. What was your initial reaction coming down here and seeing NXT, witnessing it all firsthand?
I mean, you hear everybody say, everybody's talking about NXT. So I had to come check it out. I was sitting next to this guy, Mojo. He's nuts, but it was a great show. The fans are insane. You know, the matches were insane. And then Samoa Joe comes out. Like, are you serious, bro?
Dude, it's all insane, baby, because that's how we roll at NXT. It was TakeOver. It was unstoppable. The hype levels were off the chart.
We got
and
it.
that's how we do it every single time, baby. Oh, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I'm going to go do something. I got to go do something. I'm out of here, baby.
Yeah. And people said I was over the top.
Over the top, baby.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from San Jose, California, it's Bayley.
Byron, will you please sit down? She is not going to hug you at the table here.
Oh yeah, hug life, baby, hug life.
I think you need a hug, Corey.
Look at that, one of the Bayley slap bands.
Have I told you guys how jealous I am of the slap bands?
Are you? I thought you had a whole collection of them.
I did when I was 10.
Look at that, hugs for everyone. What a victory it was for Bayley and Charlotte.
There you go.
Put things together at TakeOver Unstoppable just 1 week ago, live on the WWE Network.
Head bobbing music.
And her opponent from Melbourne, Australia, Emma.
Corey, what do you think of the new attitude by Emma?
I think it's admirable. Emma has had to do everything she can to sort of get herself back on the winning track. She aligned herself with Dana Brooke. You got to take your hat off to Emma. She hasn't had success yet, but she's trying anything and everything.
Saxton, I didn't think you were much of a fan of that.
No, it's like Emma ate a misery sandwich and now she wants to give the extras to everybody else.
A misery sandwich, Saxton.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You've had 1 or 2 of those, right?
What do you think of her alliance with Dana Brooke? I mean, Dana Brooke's been certainly brash.
I think it's fueled by a little bitterness. There's a lot of bitterness we've seen from Emma. She says she sees herself in Bayley and she feels like it's her responsibility to force Bayley to take things more seriously.
one of the things we said last week at TakeOver Unstoppable. Here the NXT Universe getting behind Bayley. But it almost seems like Emma may be projecting some of her own shortcomings onto Bayley.
Of course.
I like this side of Emma.
You know, for a long time, Emma was one of the most popular divas here. She was fun-loving. It didn't take life too seriously, and that necessarily hasn't translated as her career has continued. So I do think there's a little personal anger she's trying to let out on Bayley.
And now Emma stomping away at Bayley in the corner. So is Emma doing a good thing for Bayley, Corey?
Is Emma doing a good thing for Bayley by beating her up right
not
now?
by beating her up, but by trying to teach her some tough love, perhaps.
Emma needs to be concerned with one person, Emma. Bayley's doing just fine on her own. Emma needs to worry about getting better herself.
Here goes Bayley. Oh!
Yeah, that's the result. I'll tell you what, Emma's helped Bayley a little bit. She's helped Bayley tap into that inner aggression.
Flying clothesline in the corner. And Bayley going for the victory. Hook of the leg. Kick out by Emma. Just moments ago we saw Bayley, she usually goes for what I like to call it the whirly-bird. Instead just laid in those forearms right into Emma. Oh!
It was unique.
Cover, Emma for the victory. Oh! Nasty kick, and that could be enough. Hooks the leg, and again, Bayley staying alive. Again for the cover.
I think if anything, it looks like Emma's maybe taking a page out of Bayley's book. Maybe Bayley taught Emma about this aggression. It took Bayley a while to find it, but she did it. She's been succeeding. Maybe Emma needs to take notes.
I don't think that's a viewpoint Emma would want to hear.
Of course, the issues between Emma and Bayley go back over the last month or two. Emma stealing Bayley's t-shirts, stealing her headbands. It goes back to when Emma slapped Bayley in the locker room.
Look at this, grabbing the hair of Bayley.
Oh!
And she's smiling about it.
She's proud of herself, Saxton.
Obviously.
These two obviously felt like things weren't settled at TakeOver Unstoppable. It was Charlotte who connected with natural selection for the victory in that tag team matchup.
They're starting it again.
Ponytail snapmare.
Oh, look
come
at
on.
that.
No. Come on now. You got to be careful not to get herself disqualified. As now going for the cover. And a kick out by Bayley.
This is that aggression Emma needs to tap into. She can use the referee's count. She has till 5. Why not inflict a little damage?
And here comes Bayley.
Emma was yelling, "You gonna give me a hug?" Well, she's gonna get more than that.
Beautiful suplex by Bayley. Well, you know what's coming. Bayley's starting to feel it.
Oh, Emma caught the foot.
Oh! Oh no. Oh my goodness, submission maneuver.
Well scouted by Emma. Is Bayley gonna tap out?
May have to.
Here is your winner by submission, Emma.
Does that answer your question, Rich? Emma comes out with this new attitude. Whatever she learned has been effective.
Oh, wait a minute. What's Dana Brooke doing?
She's helping her friend, Rich.
Why? Emma already won the match.
Helping her friend. What, unnecessarily attack someone after the match is over?
Well, here comes the former NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte. She's having none of this.
Yeah, Bayley's got a friend too.
Takes down Dana Brooke. And Charlotte right after Emma. But look out.
Numbers game catching up to Charlotte here.
Oh. No. Oh!
What a statement made by Dana Brooke and Emma. Normally, I wouldn't suggest going after Charlotte like that, but I mean, you can't argue with the results.
Oh, yeah, I know Dana's issues with Charlotte. She feels like she's more genetically superior, and Emma sending a pretty brutal message to Bayley.
Obviously, the issues between these four are going to continue here. Boy, like you said, quite a statement by Dana Brooke and Emma.
Dana Brooke's looking to find herself at the top of the Divas division. That's a good start right there. Maybe she'll take Emma with her.
Well, right now we want to take you back to TakeOver Unstoppable. What an event it was. And what a matchup between Rhyno and Baron Corbin. Let's take a look right now.
Since arriving in NXT, the man-beast Rhyno has been an unstoppable force. Baron Corbin, the lone wolf, claims that he is not the other unstoppable force in NXT. He is the only. These two did battle to settle the score at TakeOver Unstoppable, and it did not disappoint. But eventually, Rhyno would meet his end of days. Baron Corbin reigns supreme.
Baron, congratulations getting a victory in arguably the biggest match of your career. How are you feeling tonight getting this win over Rhyno?
You know, Renee, Rhyno came out and called me out. Then he made the mistake of calling me the other unstoppable force. Well, tonight, Rhyno and everybody else learned what I already know. I am the only unstoppable force.
Now that you've picked up this victory and have this...
That was fun. That was real fun. That was intense. That was real intense. I say we do it again sometime. The sooner, the better.
Well, that may not be the last time that these two square off, but wow, what a main event we have tonight. Kevin Owens issued an open challenge, and Mr. Regal made it official. Solomon Crowe and Kevin Owens one-on-one in our main event. And hey, what a showing by Becky Lynch at TakeOver Unstoppable. Up next, we will take a special look at the Fiery Diva.
My journey to getting to NXT started when I was 15 years old. I left home and I went over to England and I began training, and I was the only girl there. I would watch people like Dynamite Kid, and I could watch his matches over and over and over again. And then you've got Shawn Michaels and of course The Rock and Austin. They were the people that I looked up to. I went to Japan. I was the youngest foreign female to ever wrestle in Japan, and I wrestled all over Europe, around the United States, all around the world. And then I came to take over NXT because this is what I'm meant to do.
Introducing from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
What is this? She's doing a jig.
She is Irish, from Dublin.
You're being stereotypical.
I sold myself out. I was not being true to myself. It wasn't who I am. It's not who Becky Lynch is. And so I'm a little bit resentful about that.
Maybe you need to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what do you need to do to make it to the top?
I think anybody wants to be the best and they want to be at the top of their game.
Becky Lynch has certainly improved here in recent months. She's found something inside of her, a mean streak, an aggression that she maybe was lacking in the past.
Ever since my change in attitude, I have been unstoppable.
This is Becky's night. This is the dream of a 15-year-old girl. All for this moment live at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable to be NXT Women's Champion.
I came here to be the best. You're gonna see a whole different side of Becky Lynch. when that title is on the line.
My God, what a match right now. What competition in this women's division.
Becky going to the top rope.
Oh my
God!
gosh.
Sasha Banks, big statement. And Becky's forced to tap. This match is going to go down as one of the finest women's matches we have ever seen here in NXT.
And regardless, in defeat, tonight Becky Lynch proved she is an all-star.
We want to say thank you to Motionless in White for their song Unstoppable, the official theme of NXT Takeover Unstoppable. It's available now on iTunes, and keep your eyes peeled for NXT Loud, our new music initiative for up-and-coming bands and artists here at NXT.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, already in the ring, the team of Elias Simpson and Mike Rollins.
Set for tag team action here. Mike Rollins and Elias Sampson. Got their work cut out for them. And look who's leading the champs to the ring.
And their opponents, accompanied by Alexa Bliss at a combined weight of 465 pounds, they're the NXT Tag Team Champions, Bayley and Murphy.
Well, a takeover unstoppable. It appeared that Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy were on their way to capturing the NXT Tag Team Championships, and that is until Alexa Bliss showed up, Corey Graves.
She showed up, interjected herself, and cost Enzo and Cass the Tag Team Championships, and walked out with the guys she's standing with now. What a trio this is.
Yeah, Blake and Murphy are all but proud of themselves, aren't they?
As well they should be.
I saw them walking around the locker room and acting like they deserve a ticker tape parade. I just want to know what kind of Kool-Aid they passed on to Alexa Bliss.
There were so many jokes I could have made there, Saxton, and I won't even do it.
Mike Rollins will start things off. Wesley Blake looking awfully confident, awfully proud of himself.
I don't understand why every week you guys are surprised when Blake and Murphy come out with confidence. They're the NXT Tag Team Champions. They have been for a while, and they keep getting better. Now they've got a beautiful woman coming out beside them. Why are you guys surprised?
I'm not so much surprised as I am perplexed about how continually these guys show how desperate they are to hold on to their tag team titles.
Of course you're going to be desperate to hang on to the tag team championships, but I mean, by any means necessary, there is something about winning and losing with honor, isn't there?
No. It's very obvious that neither of you have ever held a title of any kind. You do whatever you have to do to retain it, and that's what these guys do.
Byron, the elder statesman in the tag team division, Enzo and Cass appeared, you said, well on their way. I mean, you got to imagine they're just fuming.
Did you just refer to Enzo Amore as the elder statesman of anything?
Cover. Trying to put away Mike Rollins in a kick out. As Murphy going for the victory. Well, I mean, yeah, Enzo and Cass have been here for what, 2-3 years? How bad do they want those NXT tag team titles?
Here's the thing. I think there's a self-conscious issue when it comes to the tag team champions because they're a team that spent so many months just trying to get attention, just trying to get an opportunity. And to their credit, they took advantage of that opportunity when it came, cashed in, won the tag team titles, but they are so desperate not to fall back into the shadows. I think that's why they're resorting to the issues they are, formulating a plan with Alexa Bliss, going after Carmella.
Cover. And a kick out by Mike Rollins. NXT Tag Team Champs in full control.
They don't look very desperate right now, do they, Saxton?
You know, let me take this moment to extend the olive branch to you, Corey Graves, on the success of your show on the WWE Network, Culture Shock. I understand you have record numbers last week.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Actually enjoyed that show with Vinny Stigma last week.
Agnostic Front, hardcore represent.
NYHC. Blake and Murphy. Doing a number here on Mike Rawless. And you hear the NXT Universe. We want Enzo.
I don't know why they want Enzo. I don't know why they would want Cass. They have the NXT Tag Team Champions in front of them right now.
They saw the opportunity slip away unfairly for Enzo and Cass. That's why.
Life isn't fair, Saxton.
Oh, you can make it fair if you try.
And finally, the tag made to Elias Sampson. Here he comes. Big drop kick.
Very impressive by Sampson.
Ooh!
Well, you got to step up.
Discus forearm, but my goodness!
You got to keep your eyes on the champs.
What a kick by Murphy. And here comes the teamwork of the tag team champs.
Look at this, look at this.
Vertical suplex into the frog splash.
Here are your winners, the NXT Tag Team Champions, Blake and Murphy.
And that's the case in point right there. You can take nothing away from the in-ring ability of Blake and Murphy. It's what they do outside of the ring that I think they've got some issues.
You can worry about whatever you want outside of the ring. Inside the ring, they get it done, and that's all that matters. How good does Alexa Bliss look in red?
I think Alexa's been corrupted.
Now, is there a need for that?
Exactly my point. Match is over. What are you trying to prove?
What on earth is going on here? Come on!
A little insult to the injury.
Sparkle splash.
Isn't that nice?
That's right. We're the absolute best in NXT. No one's
Blake and Murphy, the tag team champs with Alexa Bliss and Byron. I'm still trying to figure what is Alexa Bliss thinking?
I have no idea. All I know is that she's around two guys who are clearly desperate in their careers and have no limits, no rules when it comes to being successful.
You're kidding me, Saxton. The girl has said since day one that she likes sparkly things, glittery things, and those NXT Tag Team titles are shining bright.
You are so fickle.
Right now, we want to take you back to TakeOver Unstoppable and the #1 contenders match. The match it was. Tyler Breeze, Finn Bálor. It was supposed to be a triple threat match, but that turned into an amazing one-on-one matchup. Of course, it was Finn Bálor coming out victorious. At some point, he will face Kevin Owens for the NXT title.
Here is your winner, Finn Bálor.
Coming up next, the #1 contender to the NXT Championship, the enigmatic Finn Bálor, will be in action.
A lunatic on the brink of destruction.
I want my championship match.
Stop!
Wants to own one thing.
Dean Ambrose can walk out world champion.
This is my moment.
The future. Rollins. Ambrose for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. WWE Elimination Chamber. This Sunday, live right here on WWE Network.
The best.
Blake Murphy, congratulations on your victory tonight, guys. But Alexa, I have got to ask, how did this whole relationship come about? Great question, Devin. Did you learn that in journalism school? Let me make it simple for you. Blake and Murphy are winners. I am a winner. And winners always seem to gravitate towards each other. Now let's compare my situation to Carmella, the princess of Staten Island. Do you know what Staten Island is famous for?
Tell him.
A garbage dump. So Carmella's been around trash her entire life. So honestly, I'm not surprised she's aligned herself with Enzo and Big Cass. Now, next week, Carmella and I have a match. And I'm gonna send her right back to that garbage dump she came from.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, already in the ring from Niagara Falls, Canada, weighing 225 pounds, Ty Dillinger! And his opponent from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing 190 pounds, Finn Bálor!
The enigmatic, jaw-dropping experience that is Finn Bálor.
What a sight it was 1 week ago. Balor readies himself for action here tonight. Think about what we saw 1 week ago. I mean,
We saw the Demon.
Yeah.
The Demon came out. He was effective. Finn Bálor is your #1 contender to the NXT Championship.
Think about the fact that if you're Kevin Owens, that's your future challenger.
Takeover Unstoppable, you saw the paint job that Finn Bálor had. It was the Eye of Balor that he had painted on his back. In Irish mythology, the Eye of Balor, anytime it opens, it destroys everything in front of it.
You're talking about destroying everything in front of it. You got to talk about the champ Kevin Owens. Finn Balor's got to be worried that he might leave on a stretcher.
Balor and Owens have squared off once before. How bad does Finn Bálor want that second opportunity? How much is he anticipating getting his hands on Kevin Owens?
Well, we've talked about this before. I mean, having an NXT Championship shot, an opportunity, it can be such a rare experience for you here on NXT with all the talent that we have here. So to get a second chance to be the top dog here is huge.
But Finn Bálor needs to worry about Ty Dillinger tonight. He needs to get through this match first.
I think Finn Bálor is completely dialed into Ty Dillinger.
Oh. Dillinger taking Balor to task.
And you gotta also remember, this lights a fire under Ty Dillinger. He knows he's in there with the #1 contender.
Tonight would be huge for Dillinger.
Ooh. Perfect precision.
I don't know if that's bright for Ty Dillinger to be mocking Balor like that. Dillinger needs to string together a couple of wins before he gets too cocky.
Just a newfound aggression by Ty Dillinger. Who knows what's at stake here tonight?
Look, this is the kind of match that can put a guy like Ty Dillinger on the map. I think that's why you're seeing the added aggression. A little more oomph to his style.
The strategy here by Dillinger, Corey, seems to be just to wear Balor down, keep him on the mat.
Absolutely right. We've seen how dangerous Finn Balor can be. We saw last week at TakeOver when the Demon literally flew. You keep Finn Balor on the ground, and that's a strong game plan by Dillinger.
Balor trying to fight back to his feet. Well-placed knee to the gut by Dillinger, but how crafty Balor is. Oof.
Wow.
This is exactly what you do not want. You don't want Finn Bálor to quicken the pace.
Uh-oh. Sling blade.
Dillinger's in the wrong part of town.
Huge drop kick into the corner.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Finn Bálor to the top rope, set to fly. Here he comes. Coup de grace.
Impact made.
Here is your winner, Finn Bálor.
#1 contender building momentum as he awaits his championship opportunity. Finn Bálor getting fired up, connecting with a vicious drop kick.
We've seen this over and over. Finn Bálor shooting across the ring like a bullet. Right into Ty Dillinger, and it was just matter of time.
Watch this. The coup de grace.
Finn Balor's going to go back to the locker room now and better keep an eye on the monitor because Kevin Owens is about to step in the ring with Solomon Crowe.
Excuse me, Jason,
Really?
Listen, man, I'm sorry to bother you during your workout, but the NXT Universe wants to know what's going on with you, man, especially after the fallout with Ty Dillinger. What does the future hold for Jason Jordan?
You don't gotta worry about me. I'm gonna be just fine. You know what? I got a game plan. In fact, I've been searching, and I've already found the perfect partner. You know what? He's gonna.
Partner. My cauliflower ears are burning because you have to be talking about me. I'm your man, Chad Gable. Look at that.
I hope you got more than a towel to impress me.
Come on, you know about my wrestling accomplishments. State champ, national champions, come on, world medals. Dude, I was on the Olympic team, all right? Maybe you've heard of it?
Of course I've heard of the Olympics. You know what? I've already got a partner. And if I need you, I'll call you, all right, Cable?
Cable. No, Gable. See, with a G. You know what, though? I got plenty of these. Keep it.
Welcome back to NXT, and it's time for our main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing 266 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Kevin Owens.
A week ago here on the WWE Network, Kevin Owens tore Sami Zayn apart.
Just like he said he was going to do. You can't act surprised. Owens stated what his mission was, and he delivered.
Kevin Owens said he did what he had to do. After Owens continued to assault Sami Zayn, brought out General Manager William Regal, and finally, Samoa Joe made his appearance here at NXT.
This is not a test. And his opponent, weighing 200 pounds, Solomon Crowe.
Does this young man know what he's in for?
I hope so. I hope his health insurance is paid up. I hope he's got an ambulance waiting outside. I don't think this is a smart career decision for Solomon Crowe.
Look, if anybody's not going to be afraid, it's going to be Solomon Crowe. He's a nonconformist. He's a different breed. He's going to go right to Kevin Owens as he did, got this match. And, you know, quite frankly, I think Crowe's kind of smart enough to sucker Kevin Owens in.
And there goes Owens.
Classic Kevin Owens. Trying to play mind games.
This is a man who says he is a prize fighter, but will only do it on his terms. And those are his terms.
There it was.
Yeah, pretty skewed terms.
Owens saying earlier tonight, I am a good man. Byron, anything to say about that?
I'm sure Kevin Owens is a good man. I'm sure he's a good father, a great husband, but he's got questionable moral code.
Can't deny that this man has done everything he said he would do.
How can you question his moral code, Saxton?
Look at what he does.
He does what he does to provide for his family.
Stab your best friend in the back. Hunt down John Cena. Headbutt the general manager, William Regal. I mean, come on.
He said it himself. William Regal put his hands on Owens first.
May be the case. You don't put your hands on an authority figure either way, do you? Oh, wow! There is absolutely no remorse on the part of Kevin Owens. Solomon Crowe gonna have to fight back here as NXT continues.
Give me a hell yeah.
It's the return of the Stone Cold Podcast. This Monday, immediately following Raw.
Oh no! Daughter to Heyman!
Live with the outspoken Paul Heyman.
Let's go a little bit off page and shoot from the hip.
No question is out of line.
Right here! Right now!
This is gonna get loud.
I got this.
The Stone Cold Podcast with Paul Heyman. Live this Monday immediately following Raw. Exclusively on WWE Network.
Welcome back here at NXT, our main event. The champion Kevin Owens going one-on-one with Solomon Crowe. Well, Kevin Owens is tearing Crowe apart.
Solomon Crowe asked for this. He was not forced into this match. He wasn't forced into this situation. He is doing this of his own free will. He is accepting this beatdown from the NXT champion.
Well, what should he do? Should he just sit in the locker room and turn the other way? Oh my gosh, he's a competitor. Of course he's going to try to go after the top dog.
Bro, how about it?
Much like Kevin Owens came out here 2 months after he signed a contract with NXT and backstabbed his best friend. Well, hey, Solomon Crowe tried to come out here and get noticed and make a name for himself.
I got this.
Listen to Owens, I got this. This is
You can't argue with him.
An extremely brash individual. I mean, think about what he did to John Cena on Raw. What a matchup it's going to be this Sunday at Elimination Chamber. John Cena and Kevin Owens go one-on-one. And, well, Byron, Owens has been nothing but brash since appearing on Raw.
Well, speaking of brash, Kevin Owens, I'm sure, is going to have a lot to say, because check this out. Tomorrow night, Kevin Owens will have exclusive in-ring interview on SmackDown. I can only imagine what he has to say.
I hope Solomon Crowe is enjoying this decision that he made.
Yeah, and I suppose this isn't personal for Kevin Owens either, right?
Why would it be personal? Solomon Crowe came out and interrupted the champ. It's business.
That would happen to being a good guy who gives out opportunities.
Solomon Crowe was warned flat out, point blank, by Kevin Owens that he's going to leave on a stretcher, just like the rest of them.
Crowe dumped mercilessly to the outside.
It might have been mercifully.
Nothing merciful in anything Kevin Owens does. There's something very cold and detached about every movement, everything that Kevin Owens says.
You guys need to remember one thing. All this damage that Kevin Owens is doing is in matches. He is wrestling matches. It's not like he's jumping guys in the parking lot.
Referee up to the 8 count.
Whoa. It's not like he's jumping guys in the parking lot, but he just happens to show up 2 seconds after they've been taken out and shows absolutely no remorse, no concern for that person's well-being.
And again, Crowe to the outside. Of course, you guys are talking about Hideo Itami. Earlier tonight, Kevin Owens denying he had anything to do with that.
He looked William Regal right in the eye and said he had nothing to do with the time.
Byron, do you believe that?
Show me you belong in here.
Absolutely not.
Byron, remember?
Absolutely not.
Remember what happened to Hideo Itami, who questioned Kevin Owens' character? Where's he at now?
Yeah,
guys,
hold on here.
Solomon Crowe trying to get back into this matchup here. Referee was almost up to the 8 count, and Crowe finding an opening, perhaps.
That's where that brash attitude comes back to bite you if you're Kevin Owens. You know, Hideo Itami, look, he said he doesn't respect Kevin Owens. He said Kevin Owens was a bad person. It obviously got under the skin of Kevin Owens to the point that he still had to bring it up a week later.
Oh! Crowe's got some fight left in him.
He had to go on this whole diatribe about why he really is a good person.
Oh, wow! Running knee in the corner, and here comes Solomon Crowe!
If you're such a great person, you shouldn't have to explain it to people.
Oh, what a senton! Oh no, here it comes. Pop-up powerbomb. Good night, Solomon Crowe.
Bring out the stretcher. Lights out.
Here is your winner, NXT Champion Kevin Owens.
Take another look at the closing moments of this matchup. Crowe seemed to be on a roll.
And his roll came to a screeching halt. Kevin Owens, NXT Champion, bad intentions.
Yeah, and here's where it goes from bad to worse. Watch the height of Solomon Crowe. Kevin Owens puts away Crowe and still stands tall as your NXT champion, and here we go again.
Crowe has nobody to blame but himself, because Crowe stuck his nose in the champ's business.
Guys, there is Samoa Joe.
That's a warning to you. I'm giving you a chance. Next time, that's you. Next time, that's you. You should have stayed in oblivion, buddy. The champ is here!